anything.
They are going to give his phone number.
Okay, what will happen? I beg.
Go down and come back, Ajare.
I want to come
Go down and come back
again. Make you bring me up again. I want to refresh my phone because I don't hear anything. Make I come
yes,
out.
yes,
I
we
again.
go
I beg. University, bring me up again, please.
Yes, yes. We hear you. We hear you. Yes, we hear you. So make una no disturb on ourselves too much, but make una remind the people that you just called name now. Remind them, say, yesterday, their boss lady say they go give the phone number of their state admin to zoo politician. Make you call them. So make una just remind them of that one. Say, did you listen to this one? So please, all of you should go and cut that part of the video out. Cut it. It's just that I don't have time, I would have cut it. Cut that video out. Put it there on the front. Write something there. COS confess that she is talking with the zoo politicians on daily basis, and that she's going to give the phone number of the Urobo Isoko state of Biafra to this zoo politician. You guys should write it so that the video can be circulated and go around. This is one evidence that will be kept so that Prime Minister, when he comes, he will come and hear it. And he will also come and see the change of account and everything that is going on. My own is that I'm here to shout. I will shout until Prime Minister comes back. Nothing will stop our fundraising. I know that if I should call Finance Minister today and say, let us do fundraising tomorrow, Biafrans are ready to fill the house and to come and topple what they have done yesterday. Because Biafrans know what they want. They know the importance of the security and the importance of their Prime Minister. But it's so palpable that you now look at and see, hey, Onyendu, Prime Minister, they are singing his praises. And just few days, he is not here. They are changing everything in his absence, turning his name upside down, using his letterhead to write everything. Hey, hello, Mero. Hello. Let the program continue. Me, I won't go find food eat.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Let me make my submission before you come on.
David, go ahead.
Before you go, let me
Thank
speak.
you.
Choose speaking.
Wait, David.
It's me. Okay.
Please.
Thank you so much. University. I want to appreciate every Biafra who is here. It's only those who are blind cannot see what those who are, who have two eyes can see. It is very, very unfortunate. You know what raised the red flag for me? Yesterday, I had a couple of questions I wanted to ask the COS. Unfortunately, she gave me one of the questions to ask her. That was a red flag for me when the COS said that she is speaking with politicians in the homeland. And I was like, does she know what he's actually saying? Or did this just fall from her mouth? And that was why I have to ask her if she is not concerned that she is speaking from politicians, even when our Prime Minister vehemently said that he has no connection with any politician from the Southeast. And even when she mentioned that Urobo Isoko administrator's number will be given, oh my goodness me, it was another thing that I cannot fathom. But Biafrans, there is something that strikes me.
I bet my dear brother, people when Sabi cut something, one and rush go cut her before they go delete them. One and rush go cut her quick. They fit delete them. You understand? I beg.
So there is something that really strikes me. I have known Success for a very long time from BWOC and what Success stands for. When I look at the memo that suspended Success, the memo was not signed by the COS. It was signed by the Minister of Defense. And when you check other memos that were signed on behalf of the Prime Minister, it was signed by COS on behalf of the Prime Minister. And that was one of the questions I wanted to ask her. Why was she not able to sign the suspension of Success then on behalf of the Prime Minister, so that we know that Prime Minister actually, assented to that, suspension? So that was a red flag for me. And every other thing, having to rush things, it was a red flag for me, actually. But I want to call all well-meaning gallant Biafrans. We can't go this route anymore. We have passed through thick and thin. Of course, Sonny Akbarawa, no, he has withered the storm for a very long time. And we cannot continue to wither storm each time we are close to our freedom. And now that we have gotten our freedom, for us to sustain it with everything in us, we are still now on the social media trying to defend the actions and the inactions of those who are supposed to be, at the helm of affairs. I want to ask a question to you, Sonny Akbarawa, my Minister of Information, and the deputy that is here. Oh, our minister has gone. Oh my goodness me. And I want to ask every Biafran here, are you going to stand very strong for the Prime Minister of the Biafran Republic, knowing fully well that he is still very much with us on this journey? And why all these things are happening? Is it that our Prime Minister is not coming back again? Is it that our Prime Minister is not competent in what he's been doing? Is it that those who are working with our Prime Minister had that even when our COS was here, he was also working with them diligently when our Prime Minister was here as well, supporting them? Then what has changed that immediately our Prime Minister is not here with us? Then those who were deemed competent to work with our Prime Minister are now incompetent enough to work with this present government, and as well to make sure that all these people are not even in defense of what the Prime Minister stands for. It is very, very important that at this juncture that we are now, all hands must be on deck to make sure that we cannot allow this ship to sink anymore. What are your interests? What do you have to gain? If we have to go through this route again, look at what our Prime Minister has put in place. The successes, the defense of our land. Since the Prime Minister puts a certain set of individuals in charge of activities, both in the homeland, have you seen any sabotage? Have you had any stories that such things are missing, or that you need to do this, you need to do that, or our Prime Minister worried about one person or the other? No. Then why is it now that the Prime Minister is not here, that all these things have to be happening, and happening very fast, even with the speed of light? It is very, very unfortunate. And we, the Biafran people, must have to rise up to this occasion. Occasion demands that you have to speak. Occasion demands that every one of us have to stand our ground and make sure that we protect that which our Prime Minister stands for, and that of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Yesterday, we were meant to understand, just like it's been said, that no account is going to be changed. The new dimension account and the new website. What has happened to the old website that we are using? What has happened to the IPOB in USA.org/donate? What has happened to it? That now was it hijacked? And by who? Whose account is that? That now we have to shift to new dimension account. Biafrans, are you sensing what I'm sensing? Biafrans, are you hearing what I'm hearing as well? Biafrans, are we so ready to make sure that we defend this freedom with everything that we've got, because we have come a long way? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. We are now talking about our Prime Minister, who has been able to put us through to this stage that we are today. And let me tell you,
arrange everything. These people arrange everything that happens to our PM. They arrange everything. That's why they shifted it to the convention time. Are quickly declared by themselves, rush back, overthrow, change everything fast, change everything and take over everything. They are the mastermind of everything that's happening to PM.
Let me tell you, our Prime Minister had people that he trusted so well. Our Prime Minister had people that have his confidence. That is why he gave them such duties and such positions to occupy. Once you tamper with it, you are tampering with the intelligence of our prime minister. It means you are trying to fight. You are fighting against what the prime minister stands for. I still say it. Success is a red flag for me because I know where he has gotten. He has the confidence of the prime minister. There is no two ways about it. And changing him all of a sudden, giving him query for not listening to you or for not giving you the information that you need. Please, I want to ask, is it what can't the government proceed without changing account? Can the government proceed without having to stop funding for a day? What familiarization do the new government have to have before account can start, or before we can start donating, making donation as we used to do? I don't understand that. It is a red flag for me, guys, and I want each and every one of us to reason in that angle.
Many questions, many questions, but no answers. Many questions, but no answers.
The two most important thing for our prime minister, even our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is funding and defense. Remember what happened to the DOS? Once Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, they have already planned the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Before he was even kidnapped, they have already started reporting the Umeri account. If everybody can now reflect back what happened in that area. They have already started fighting about Umeri account. Who is going to manage it? Whose signature is that? People started reporting that account for the money in that account to be substituted so that they can go and take it over. This is actually what is playing now to hear. If you guys don't understand, what it or you create awareness, that means you are part of the problem that we are facing till tomorrow. I don't know why it is very hard. You see, yesterday it was painted as a picture that, oh, the Minister of Information is power hungry. The Minister of Finance was power hungry. And that is why they are asking for funding and all the rest. And you ask, when you listen to Minister of Information and that of the Gemma, they are all concerned about keeping the status quo that our Prime Minister left for us. And that is the channel whereby the funds gets to the men on ground. Omo Chineke, there is fire on the mountain. And it's left for you and I to join hands together and quench it from consuming each and every one of us. Our nation has been declared, though. We have declared our nation. It is the defense of that nation that was declared that we are talking about. And if you want your nation to be defended, to sustain that freedom that we've gotten, funding and defense is very key. We must stand our ground on the legacies and the processes that was laid down by our Prime Minister. That is the only way Obato Obie will be very happy that you did. We'll be very happy that we sustain what he created for us before he went for questioning. Things are happening very fast. What is the essence for creating accounts yesterday? This convention is not up to 1 week, 2 weeks, so then suspension here and there, account here and there, website here and there. Where are we running to? Because it's surprising, but thank God. You know, my joy is that a lot of people have followed this process for a very long time.
There's the possibility that they know that PM is coming out very fast. There's the possibility they know that PM is coming out very fast. That's why they need to rush everything as quick as possible. Change everything before it comes out.
A lot of people have followed this process. They have been groomed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to sense danger when it's looking around the corner or when it's even knocking at the door. And I'm happy. Mazi Sonny Akbarawa, you have been here. It's not a boast. You know, I know how, you know, and I know. And that is why I'm so grateful to you for standing your ground. I am so, it's not today, not even yesterday. It has been like that. And that is why the Prime Minister put you in a position that, of course, you know you have to stand your ground when the chips are down. And I so much salute you for what you are doing. But I want to appeal, if it is possible, if there are people who can still make the changes, if it is necessary, let liaise, bring these people and be able to see if we can change their mindset. Otherwise, the chaos that these people are creating will consume each and every one of us if we don't take time. Very, very important. If there is anything that can be done to salvage this chaos that is here before it gets to a larger population of Biafrans who are contributors to the progress that we have made so far, please, everybody should put hands on deck to make sure you will prevent this thing that is coming out small, because our Prime Minister is still alive. If you know what you will do for Biafra to come, please do it. Now I appeal to everybody. If you know what to do for this, our freedom to be sustained, to be protected at this particular time, please do it. We know nobody is being paid for anything. Only the gods and goddesses of the land will reward each and every one of us. One thing happened yesterday that if you don't know, you have to know that the spirit of Biafra is at work. Yesterday when I got to the funding, to the fundraising, my goodness me, what I witnessed, despite after we had thousands and thousands of people who listened to the media chat of the COS, Biafrans were trooping in to vote, to fundraise. And it can only speak of one thing, that Biafrans have the spirit of Biafra in them. And they know the truth when they see one. That truth that you know, please stand by it, irrespective of whose us is God. I yield my mic.
Yeah, thank you very much, David. Thank you for that. Okay, Americana, you want to ask a question?
Yes, I'm going to be very quick. I just want to make sure you know that I'm coming from a perspective of a very objective person. During the Helsinki Declaration, there was a Biafran Charter, which was the thing that was ratified during the Helsinki Declaration. The Biafran Charter is the thing that people should go and read. Inside of that charter, which I've read, during the terms, it says the terms in which the BGIE, the Biafran government in exile, will, what the term of them, how long will they sustain themselves? It states very, very clearly inside of that charter, which was ratified in the Helsinki Declaration, that the Biafran government in exile and also the other government, it's in the declaration. In fact, people should just go and read it. Those would be around until the full liberation of Biafra from Nigeria. That's what it says in black and white. So I want to clarify with any of the ministers that are here, are we going based on the Helsinki Declaration and the Biafran Charter? And does anyone actually have evidence that PM said that there would be a dissolvement of cabinet at the redeclaration on the 2nd? I want to make sure that we're following the actual charter, which says that the BGIE will stay until the full liberation of Biafra from Nigeria, as well as where the Constitution is. Thank you. That's my question. I'm going to drop down to the listener section now.
No, Americana, please. I think you have to wait. Sonny is not here now. Wait, just wait here first. When Sonny come back, then he will answer you this question. Okay.
When he comes back, I'll just hear his response. But I'll drop down to listener section. People always say if you want to hide something from Black people, put it in a book. The Helsinki Declaration is there. The Biafran Charter is there. It says it in black and white. I would actually like a public hearing from the COS or Deputy Prime Minister to expand on what the Biafran Charter actually said, and whether or not.
Post the page you're talking about. Post it here.
So I think everyone should have access to the Biafran Charter, and they should just go and read it.
You can post it here so that those who doesn't have it, they can see it here and there. And yeah, please
Okay.
post it.
All right.
Yeah, thank you very much. And when Minister of Information come back again, then he can still answer that question. Okay. Rafael is here. I don't know if Rafael can answer the question.
The network has been kicking me up and down. I don't know which question is that. Can somebody bring it back?
Wait, let me bring him up again. Americana, request again. Let me bring you up so he can answer you the question.
Maybe he's trying
Maybe
to post the page he's talking
yeah,
about.
when he come back,
Let
then
him post
he'll
it
answer.
so that
Okay.
can see.
Please, everybody
He's here.
should
He's here
mind.
now. Wait. He's
Everybody should know that the new mandate account that Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala is posting in the hearing of Uche, and the PM said no, he's not going to dissolve. We're a country, but we are going to seek for recognition. That has not been done. None of it has been done. That is what she should be pursuing in a hurry. This woman should be pursuing in a hurry for Biafra to be recognized, not to dissolve government, dissolve cabinet, change this, change that, put a new website, sack this and sack that. That is, this is it not a red line to some of you? Some people are on comments, and I want you to be careful about people on comment section. Nigeria government are posing as one of you on comment section. The DOS members are posing as one of you on comment section. All those hallelujah boys you are seeing on the comment section on the YouTube and all those that are doing saga are telling her, go on, hey, you are the overtop, yeah, you are the Adandibunandeg, and all those nonsense. They are actually the hallelujah boys of Nigeria. Because there's nobody that loves the prime minister that knows that prime minister was arrested or was taken away for questioning, and he's not even thinking about him coming out, but dissolving everything that he has to do. And the prime minister was not taken in Nigeria, not in Africa, but in Finland, where there is law and order. And if it comes to you that we requested to make a protest, and this NCOS was cutting it down and saying there is no need for it. And when she actually eventually decided to go, the only press station that was invited to interview her are people that are in opposition to the prime minister's political party and those that have been reporting negative things about the prime minister. They were the only ones that interviewed her. I was the only one that was able to interview a Finnish entrepreneur and a former military personnel also that had a military training with the prime minister. It was by chance that I interviewed that fellow. The interview is on my channel. Maybe we have to be replaying it again. He said very fantastic, wonderful things about the prime minister. And eventually he gave us hope and told us that, look, what it means is that the prime minister not being with you, it's going to be in your favor, because probably if he's with you, they might say he's the one, he's stirring up this and that. But he is not here so that you people can do your things calmly. And when you are gone, he will eventually be released. So you people are doing the right thing. He said nice things about the prime minister. He said that if the prime minister had told him about these things, that he would have given him some counsel and probably have joined us in this procession that we are making right now. That was the only interview I believe made sense. But that one that Yuli, is it Yali or Yeli, interviewed Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, that is a press department, a news station that actually do not like the prime minister. The opposing news people in Finland. Do you understand? So thank you very much, Americano. And if there's anybody that have it handy, the charter, please, you can read it. Otherwise, people should go and refer to the page Americano actually have talked about in the charter and know what is said there, how long the Biafra Republic government will last before it expires. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rafael. Okay, Maaze Chidera, you want to ask a question?
Yeah, I want to ask
Sorry,
question. Thank you,
my hands has
University.
been
Yes,
off.
I
Can you let me speak before, because I need to do something.
Yeah, Ben, I will call you, but he just want to ask a question because he waved his hand. That is why I ask. Just ask your question.
Okay. Please, I want to ask the Deputy Information Minister. Please, is it right for a government official to block a citizen off for asking a pertinent question concerning the recent development. This is number one, sir.
It's absolutely wrong. It's not right. You are obligated to respond to your citizens. Obligated to do that.
All right. I asked a question under the comment section of the so-called Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Aweze, and without being told, I was blocked off for asking a question without no insult. This is number one. Concerning the issue of transition government, I heard someone, I think it was David Nana, asked on one space with our Prime Minister, where he asked, how are we going to run the government? Which Prime Minister said that when government in exile is being restored in homeland and Biafra is totally independent, free from our enemies, that even our information minister, he called him Sonia Parawa. We contest against him. This is what our Prime Minister said. It's so unfortunate that everything is just happening as if we are running where we don't know.
You know the thing.
I don't understand
the issue is that the people are excited that Biafra has been declared. Look, Biafra declaration is a good thing, but let me tell you, that is where the business begins. You know, declaration by what happened in Finland is a good thing, but now is the real business. You know, but now she's deceiving a lot of people. Now we are now a nation. Now Biafra has been declared. We are no longer in exile. But this woman that is talking to you that says we are no longer a government in exile, she is in exile, except that she's working with the PDP, because me and you are the only ones in exile, but she is not in exile because at least she has connections with PDP. She can go home and with no problem because she's not in exile. That's what she's saying. But me and you were in exile. I cannot go home now because we're still in exile. So when she deceives you that we are no longer in exile, we are not a government. Who does that? Who says that? In a government that has not been recognized, our lobbyists are still fighting very hard. Do you know how much we are paying? Do you know that this woman came online and told the whole world that we don't have problem of money? Money will not be our problem. This same person that is saying that money will not be our problem is fighting the accounts that our prime minister has instituted by putting an account that is affiliated to her alone. And she told you that money is not her problem. So if money is not your problem, then you don't need to put any account. Then you need to be releasing the money. That is not your problem. But as far as we are concerned, money has always been our problem. That's the reason why our prime minister have always been hosting us on town halls, on fundraisings, even in the home and in town halls around and in our fundraisings. Thank you.
Maziraf, I want to say something. You are always aware of our case with Dr. Ngozi during the state correction. How she always impose somebody on the state, somebody that the state doesn't even know, she will always oppose her, the person or the people, and forcing the person to be the judge.
Please, to respect PM, can we leave this one? Because somebody like me.
No, I want to make a point, please.
Somebody
I just want to make a point.
like me, if I open for my state here, things will happen. Please, let's forget about that side, please. This side.
Let me just make my point.
Yeah, this side you want to go. Me, I've been holding it for years. I don't want to say anything. Please, let's leave that side.
It's just a way to let Biafra know and understand how this is going on. Because for us to understand the problem, we need to start from the scratch. Okay, we can't just come on board to start following somebody we don't know where she is going to. And it is a pity that people that claim they love the struggle and they love Biafra, they love Mazinam Dekano, they cannot even connect one and two to get three. This is just quite unfortunate. But I want to encourage us all. We know the structure. We know what our PM have laid for us, and we must follow the template. It doesn't matter what she said. That the government in exile, that Biafran Republic government has been really declared, doesn't mean we are totally free. People are not moving about in our home. We are still fighting our enemies. So for that to happen, she also is totally dissolved. So for her to say that the government in exile or the cabinet is dissolved, she also is also part of the cabinet and was appointed by the prime minister. She also is dissolved. So who appointed her now? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mazi. Don't be angry because of what I said. Okay, please. I don't want us to go back to all those old wounds. You know, let's just focus on see how we can settle everything and we'll move on. Okay. Chooks.
Thank you, my people. I have a question before I will go to my statement I wish to say. I have three questions. One of them is the one that I wish Sunday our information minister honorable is still here. But I want to ask um, the post he made before he came to on air that he is coming live to expose the plenty lie of the big lady. The conclusion part of it is what gave me worry because when I finished service today, some of my members were disturbing me because of this crisis. Many of our people are now in fear that if the website is being tampered, of which we used to do our self-referendum voting, that we dare not expose the identity to one Nigerianist, that the people, that the enemy will come after their lives. So when I saw this thing, somebody was the one that referred to me on that through text message. The conclusion of the Sonia Parawa statement before he came on air was very soon. I'm reading the down of his post. Very soon, all your eyes will be open. Referendum results will be out in next 2 weeks or 3 weeks, or next 2 or 3 weeks to the world. OLODUMARE. This thing keep me scaring. And some of our people that raise up to 8% asked me the question today. What saved me was I had 2 meetings today, church, parochial church committee and youth executive meeting. That was saved me from discussing in detail with them because many of them were afraid that our reverend, you have made us to vote. This crisis, let it not result that these people will review our identity and one Nigeria will come after us. So I want to ask, is the website still safe in this thing I'm seeing now that is happening? That's one.
Yeah.
Okay. 2, during the fundraising last night, I came, but service was disturbing me. I was not consistent. And
Can you hear me?
yes,
Shoot,
I'm
can you
hearing
hear
you.
me?
Yes.
Yeah, I was trying to respond to your question about the
Okay.
website.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. You said whether the website is safe. Yeah, I want to assure you, Biafrans, that the website www.republicofbiafra.gov.org is 110% safe. They tried to get to the engineer to get him or to twist his mind and maybe the guy did not reckon with them, and that is why they decided to even shift the fundraising. You know, when PM told you that you cannot sabotage me and succeed, did you hear PM saying it? When they're telling the PM, they don't be careful about people around you, they will sabotage you. The PM told us that you will try to sabotage you, but you can never sabotage me and succeed. So the website is safe, which is the government website, not the new mandate. New mandate is not the government website. New mandate
Yes.
is Dr. Ngozi Onabose's business website. You know, she's always business minded. All she wants is business. You know, anytime they talk about this Biafra thing, even when we were introduced to all the cabinet and all the offices, this woman was rushing for the oil and gas, oil and gas, oil and gas. Then when she discovered that she cannot take the oil and gas because she's not inclined in that area, she was looking for hack. You know, the department where there will be money, because she's all about money. She's all about grabbing something that will bring money. Even when we are having the convention, the last convention we had, do you know that this lady, when we said I was in the committee, we $50 so that we have more people. No, she was saying, no, it's too small. Let them pay 300, 250. She's only about money. She wants to, and she will act like you can see all the sales that are being made in the government, the sales, the business, and everything. It goes to the mandate account because for her, it's all about business and money. I know that money is good, but what we need money for basically is to sustain our men and to keep our armies, well, equipped. So she tried to sideline the engineer to change the account. That's why Sonny was crying. Sonny was shouting, they want to change the account. Thank God Azubike did not bow to it. So our website is safe. Then the IPOB in USA.org is safe. He said nobody tamper with it. So if you want
Okay.
to support the government, do not go to the mandate. Mandate is on Ngozi's control, not on the government control. Thank you very much. Our website is safe.
It's okay. Then another one in area of West Side is our voting portal. I know that it's also safe that the one Nigerian list will not have access in having our people's details who are in whole land to start to tag them. That's the one, another one in website.
Yeah, our voting portal is also safe, just
Thank
like the
you.
website. Yes, just be
And
rest assured, it is safe.
thank you, sir. Then another of my question is, I know uh, network dead with me last night. I was not following, but I see somebody like Chioma, Dr. Professor Chioma Okoma. I know he is with us here.
Yes, Professor Choma is on the side of the PM, and that's why she is with us. People, her donations used
Okay.
to go to the mandate. You saw
Because
her
when I saw,
yesterday. She made her donation on the government website yesterday. She gave $500 yesterday for our men. So you can see that she is also on the Prime Minister's side.
okay,
She will not allow the work to fall. And they are the
thank
ones
you.
that are securing the government account, the government website, and the convention website and everything. She was in the planning, so they secured it. It is safe.
Okay, thank you. The last of my question is, hmm, I lose the thought of my line of thought. But what I want to say, should I say what I want to say now, or I should wait later?
We'll come back and ask another question if there is time. But please, let's try and see if we can end this race. Well, me personally, I've spent more than 5 hours here. Let's see if we can end it in the next 20 minutes at most, please.
Okay, let me say a few things because during the convention, let me start with the convention. During the convention, when I saw the red line, the declaration on the first day, I was surprised, and some of the things that happened. Sometimes Professor Koma will call him as the moderator of the program to come and do this thing. You come and do that and do another one immediately. I saw danger. I said, what is happening? Until when he made that dissolve, I say, God, what is happening? Which means, who will now end this convention? Who will now continue this convention? So it's not done like that. Even in accounting, government is consistent. We are government in exile, and we enter into United States of Biafra government. It's still government. It's still government. Government account continue to be government account. The only thing that will change is the signatory, if need be. But we are still in exile. You have not won the trust of people, at least to that extent. You are changing everything. And my surprising thing, first thing I posted in my Twitter spaces and asked a question. Why is it that there's only 3 people that are always around the PM? 3 people that protected our PM, because anytime one of the things that spoil the struggle is everybody having access to Oga. Everybody having access. PM will always say, if you want to talk with me, talk with information minister, deputy, talk to success, they will communicate me. People that were shading our PM, that 6 attempts to assassinate him and kidnapping was not work, are the people you sacked. Then you don't mean well. You don't mean well at all. You don't mean well at all.
She
You
knows.
came.
She knows I am the armor bearer of the prime minister, and that's why she will stop me. And they will call me different names. Some of them will go back and say, "You betrayed the PM before." The PM is a man of the spirit. If there is any atom of betrayal in me, the PM would have seen it. The PM wouldn't have allow me to come close to him when we went to Helsinki the other time. you know. And the other lady that you see her talking, when she was suspended before, I am the one. Anytime she's doing program that is wrong, ask her if she will agree with you. Anytime she's doing all those her saga, if she's doing her saga, PM will call me. PM will call me and say, Vam, 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 go and call her. Tell her to switch off that line. They tell her to, we are not doing saga. I have called her several times. The PM will call me, go and call her, go and call her. So if PM does not trust me, if PM be calling me, ask her. She believe in him, she will tell you. I am the one that PM will always send to her. Go and call her, go and call her. The PM have gotten to the point whereby, you know, he knows that the spirit of Biafra have taken over my soul and my realms. I am not blowing my trumpets. You understand? And I don't need any position. Let me now tell you, Biafrans, that it will shock you. When I was the person, when they put me in the information department before, and the vote was casted, and Sonny Akparawa took the information, I had no office. I had no office. But the PM now came on his own. PM came on his own and said, I recommend that Vam 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 will deputy Sonia Parawa. And then the vote was casted and I was placed as his deputy. So this office of the deputy information minister, it was actually the PM himself that recommended, and then the vote was cast and I became there. So if there is no level of trust or level of confidence there, the PM wouldn't have done that. So I'm not blowing my trumpet, but I'm telling you that when this woman targeted us, these people targeted, are people you know that are very keen in the heart of the PM. And when she knows that she cannot buy them, she can't take them away by any influence, whether monetarily or by any pleasure or by anything. Also going to be my pay Telegi, I will not bow because I have vowed to defend the PM to the last drop of my blood. And I will put my son even ahead. I say, look, this my son is a blessing to me. But look, I cannot jeopardize his life by ruining my integrity. You understand? By ruining my integrity. So please, Biafrans should open their eyes and read in between the lines and know that there is a gang up, a plot to destroy what the PM have built. But I tell you, it is already failed on arrival because the PM told you, and I repeat it, you can never sabotage me and succeed. So let us try to bring this to a close as much and as quickly as we can, please. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Rafael, when you are done, if you want to leave, we still have to give more people chance. Many people are requesting. We still have to give them chance to speak so that before we can close it. Many are requesting. So at least let.
Yeah, it makes, we are going to stay here forever. It's going to take. We can always start do this Zoom tomorrow. This space tomorrow. We can. The information minister is not here. At least there are some questions we'll ask now that he will be the one that should have been answering your
Yeah,
question.
yeah. Anybody
So
that
people
ask
are going to be.
anybody that asks question, then I will tell them to wait for him. When he come again, then they will ask the question. What I mean is that they should just say their mind and finish. Nothing else.
You know,
When you are not here now, nobody is here to answer any question again. Then we can just continue.
Ife,
Hmm?
Ife,
much,
Yes.
the charter that Americana was talking about, which page was he talking about?
I don't know. Americana. Is Americana here again? Let me see. Americana. Americana, are you here? And you told him to post it before. I can't see him. Americana, if you are here, please request again so we can know. Okay, let me allow the next person to go. Okesin. Now Okesin will go. Then after Okesin, Morris. Okesin, are you there?
So you don't want me to go before because it's supposed to
Yes,
be my turn now.
No,
I was
yes,
no.
here,
I'm
I
here.
was here
Ben,
before.
ben,
Okay.
ben,
Anyway, no, I'm going to the listening side. No problem. Thank you.
Ben Wabo, please. I am the one that bring you up. Okesin, I bring him up before. Then the network drop him. Please.
Yes, I've been here for quite a time anyway, and
I'll just keep my patience and then be listening. It's all interesting. Good evening, fellow Biafrans. A lot of good issues and points have been raised and highlighted as well. I think I've greeted Biafrans, all protocols to everyone that have made his or her contributions today. I just have few words to spare. One is, personally, I'm not against reforms of any kind, but I'm against rascality. Rascality to reforms. As per what have been unfolding the past days, many questions have been thrown, many answered, many unanswered. And anyway, let me just say it. I'm not going to divulge so many things here, being who I am and part of the government, or past government. But I just have few words to tell Biafrans. When I say rascality, I meant rascality in a way decisions are made or taken. These are the problem or part of the problems bedeviling us today. One, straight to a point, you don't constitute an investigative panel or call for accountability during an event or in a fiscal year. You allow that event to pass, to end. Even accounts, you can even spread it out. Give it 1-2 months for that account to be submitted. In that time, if it's not, then you hold whoever that is responsible accountable or responsible. But not during an event you accuse somebody of not giving account of an event that is still ongoing. It is wrong. And you cannot punish anybody for not presenting an account or not giving account in such a situation. It is wrong, uncalled for. That be it. I hope everyone understands where I am heading to or where I am coming from. So let's call a spade a spade. Biafrans are not fool. When I saw the number of people that showed up in yesterday's fundraising, I nearly shed my tears. I said, oh, Biafrans are not fools. They have passed, or they have just sent a message. The number of people that showed up in yesterday's fundraising was just a clear message sent out. I'm not against anybody. I don't follow anybody, but we must do things the right way and stop all this brouhaha. A lot of this, I did that, I said that. What about how you take up certain decisions? When it does not augur well or lead to positive outcome, who is to blame? Our prime minister set up all the proponents, everything, just for us to follow. Within weeks, a lot of things started to unfold, which are not even necessary. And what is leadership? Leadership is ability to listen to people, to even take your decision, even if it's not the popular one. But how you take that decision is what defines who you are. That is who you are, how you take certain decisions. And certain decisions, when poorly taken, can affect a nation, can affect a fortune, it can cause havoc. So here, as we are here today, is man-made. It's not where we are supposed to be. We are supposed to be discussing the positive trend of the convention, not the crisis. We are supposed to be discussing the success of this convention. If somebody caused this not to happen, we should all start to ask questions. Why? Instead of discussing the positive end of the convention, we started right out there. We started to discuss the crisis. It's not good. It is not good. And those who are supposed to guide this line of action, this line of thought, are the ones bringing it up. So many things that are not supposed to have been done is being channeled. Why? We should ask ourselves questions. Why? And it's not
My dear
wrong.
brother, please don't be offended. University, check your network or university. They will bring down the space. They are giving sign. Oh, please. Go ahead, sir.
University,
Yeah,
say you should check your network.
okay, thank you. Whoever said our prime minister did that, said that, or wrote that, or gave so and so instruction, how did you come about the ones you are giving out now? And within 5 days, that we are supposed to have harnessed, prepared, within 5 days, a lot of damages have been made that is beyond 2-3 years of repairs. And each time, I've always observed that each time we make a step forward, something always comes up to draw us 10 steps backward. Can't we avoid such things? Of course we can. And why must it always come up? Biafrans, please. Our website, like Honorable Agere said, is intact. And that website is safe. And anybody who starts within days to ask of how to change such a website have a lot of questions to answer. Let us continue what we're supposed to, what we ought to do. Even if we are oppositions, as long as it is to support, feed, cater, safeguard our gallant men, that should be our priority. Anything we do to safeguard, to make sure. Look, if we are, as we are scattered everywhere in diaspora, our case, what concerns us, should come last. It shouldn't come first. These gallant men and women, the lobbies, international lobbies, these two, and the home ground, people on the home ground, these should be our priorities. We should cater about them. We should care about them. We should give them whatever they think. We should forget about our personal or individual cares, whatever thing it should be, or it might be. Those things should come last, ours, and what concerns us. It shouldn't be all the time. To make it also known, today I woke up to find out that I'm no longer a Biafran, so I don't care. Once I know the truth and stand by it, let my instinct guide me. I don't care. As long as I do what I know I believe I should do.
Okay. Okay, how did you not become a Biafran today? What happened?
Yeah, because I'm removed from the platform.
No, you are removed from the platform doesn't mean that you are not a
I
Biafran
know.
now. I
I'm
was
just
also
telling you.
removed. I
It's
was
just
also
a prayer.
removed.
It's just a prayer. I know. It's just a point. A point that I want to throw because it
Yeah.
shouldn't have happened. Because I was in a fundraising yesterday. So it's just for us to understand this rascality that I talked about. Why should that happen? Even if we disagree, we shouldn't be enemies as long as we are fighting to support our gallant men. Whatever we do or
My
feel
da-
or
my
say shouldn't be.
my daddy. If DOS fall, they go still fall. If Almighty DOS fall, they go still fall.
So, brothers and sisters, my appeal is all this have a handwork of God. Because I remember one thing our Onyendu said. He said that when it will be getting to an end, so many funny, strange things will start to happen. Many strange things will start to happen, will be happening. And we have seen lots of it. Many are still unfolding. Let us just be strong, do what we are supposed to do, what we ought to do. Victory, we've already won. But to sustain this pace, to sustain this nation that we've all fought for, we're going to achieve it. Thank you all, and God bless you all.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Yeah, thank you for that. Maurice, now you can go. Then after you
Mazife,
read. Yeah.
let me quickly say something that is of concern to me. Biafrans, I want you to know that, for you to know that she is not interested in the defense because the commander in charge of all the armies of Biafra, like our own chief of general staff or chief of army staff, or what do you want to call it, our own chief of defense in charge, the commander. He told her that, look, we are good with the source of how we receive our own materials. The account should remain the way it is. He put it in a voice note and he put it on writing in capital letters. But this woman has gone ahead to try to tamper with that account. So what does it show you? It shows you that she is not the one in touch with this man. Oh. The man on ground that told you that, look, our source of reception is okay. We don't want it to be tampered with. But she went ahead and tampered with it, which is to tell you she is not interested in the defense of Biafra land. So you use your tongue and count your teeth, Biafrans. Thank you. Ife, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. Maurice, go ahead now.
Yes. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, my brother, Ife, and thank you to the host and co-host. Um,